Hi there, these comments are for SM, and welcome back to my online TOEFL course. And this is Michael from OTC. And I think in this case, you're doing a speaking and writing practice test. I'm going to give you feedback on that. So let's see how you're doing. Okay, so let me take a look at the email that you just sent me, and then I'm going to listen to your speaking, and also I'll read your writing here. So you say, "Hi, Michael. I hope you're doing great during this pandemic period. I enrolled in your program before, but I was not able to use it well because I had issues in my life. However, now I'm ready to pass a test. I booked for a test in the beginning of next month. I attached one speaking and one writing in this email. Can you please review them for me?" The answer is yes. As one of my online TOEFL course students, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So you can use my feedback right now to monitor your progress as you're completing the lessons in my course. Okay, I'm looking at the essay right now, and I just read everything. I think for the most part, you have good structure to your ideas. My one suggestion might be in that area is maybe think of a more specific thesis that you can put in the beginning here. I believe the relationship among family members has been weakened because of, and then state the two key points in this thesis. You say several conspicuous reasons, but you only give two. So several kind of means three or more. If you say, well, because of two conspicuous reasons, that's different, but still it's not very specific. So I think a little bit more sharply focused thesis would help out. But other than that, I think it's very organized, it's well developed. You do have some grammatical issues in there. See if I can give you one example in this paragraph. See, if this man, I'm going to change this to had not traveled to study overseas, his relationship with his extended members would have been. So you're trying to talk about what's called a past and possible condition, and you did not have the grammar to do that. So if I go through the entire essay, I have to make too many corrections. Now, I do have TOEFL private lessons if you want me to go over the whole thing and teach you the grammar behind the changes I make. I can certainly do that. But based on what you did, I'm going to put you in the 3 range. I'm going to say you're probably between 20 and 22 points out of 30, mainly because each paragraph has a number of problems with sentence structure, word choice, punctuation, and so on. So you have to be careful about that. All right? Okay, I'm going to take a look at this particular practice test, speaking practice test that you sent me, and then I also have the rubrics right here. So I have them in my mind. I'm ready to give you an accurate score. Okay, let's get started. So don't forget to put the speaking and the writing prompt in the emails that you're sending me so I can grade you based on how you address those speaking tasks.
Personally speaking, I definitely think that paper materials will stay forever. This is because of two reasons. First of all, paper materials help people to relax. It reminds me when I was in a high school, whenever I felt stressed from the overwhelming academic study, I read my novel while I was drinking my cup of coffee. On top of that, paper materials help students to succeed. This is because they can underline, highlight, and also review the information. All in all, online materials will be there forever.
Okay, so the question is, do you think we will get rid of paper materials, right? I think that's what you're saying. My first impression here is 3. 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. That's a very common score. Let's listen to it one more time. I think you can probably do sometimes a little bit better with your topic development. I think with the structure of your ideas, and then there's also some limitations with your grammar, and we also saw this in your writing, the same thing. Notice how a lot of skills, if you improve them in one area, it helps you in another. So if you improve your overall grammar proficiency in English, it's going to help you in both the speaking and writing sections of the test. All right, let's go one more time here.
Personally speaking, I definitely think that paper materials will stay forever.
There's no speaking. Paper materials will last forever. I don't get it. I'd probably say something like there's no doubt or undoubtedly or for sure or paper materials will last with us forever.
This is because of two reasons.
And that's your basic grammar there. So you have those two short sentences. And then you say this is because of two reasons or something. What I would do is you need a more specific thesis, I think, in both the speaking and the writing tasks. So my recommendation for you is I recommend that you go to Google, type in these keywords, TOEFL thesis statements, and then for better TOEFL scores. See if you can get some ideas on how to frame a little bit better thesis for both the speaking and the writing tasks. I think that's going to help you a little bit more with your structure.
First of all, paper materials help people to relax.
Notice how short your sentences are there. They help people to relax.
It reminds me when I was.
How about, for example, or to illustrate, use a transition word there to introduce that more specific detail. Then there's a better connection of ideas, and then you'll do better where it says here, relationship between ideas at times may not be immediately clear. So by using a few more transition words in there, it's going to help you with your structure. Now, the other problem is I think you have some minor pacing issues. You need to group ideas together in terms of thought groups so you can speak a little faster. Then you blend those words within the thought groups. I'd like you to take a look in the pronunciation part of my course. I want you to review thought groups and blending. Because if you don't master that principle, you're going to keep having problems with these pacing issues over and over and over until you solve the problem. It's going to be hard to score higher. It's going to help you improve your delivery a lot.
Was in a high school, whenever I felt stressed from the overwhelming academic study.
Okay, whenever I felt stressed from.
I was in a high school, whenever I felt stressed from the overwhelming academic study.
Yeah, I'm having kind of trouble what you're trying to say in that idea there. So there's 5 or 6 words in there. It sounds like you were stressed from the other woman, maybe?
I read my novel while I was drinking my cup of coffee. On top of that, paper material.
I would say furthermore or in addition. On top of that is a little bit informal for this kind of speaking. But it does show you're adding to what you've already said, so that's good. You're trying to show the relationship of ideas, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Help students to succeed. This is because they can underline, highlight, and also review the information. All in all, online materials will be there forever.
Okay, so I think that my score is pretty accurate. So you need to speak faster with fewer pauses. You need to create longer sentences also. I think that's going to be helpful. I want you to check out in the grammar part of my course, I have a good lesson for you right now. It's called Sentence Variety. Check out that lesson. You need to have a little bit better syntactic variety. I think it's like grammar lesson 26. So check out that. Your speaking score here, like I said before, I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4, maybe 23 points out of 30. It's possible you could score even lower than that because of your basic grammar and vocabulary, and you can also, I think, do a little bit better with your delivery. All right, and thank you for doing this practice test. I'm glad to have you back in my online TOEFL course.